afternoon to Dr. Anwar bin Kasa, our lecturer. Okay. We are from Group 16. Would like to present our project, which is regarding flash flood in Kajang. Okay. First of all, I would like to introduce to you all of my group members. Okay. On the right side is Lee Wan Ying. Next to her is Najwa Isati, Afrina Zafira, Nur Syafika, and me, Ahmad Fahmi. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, the introduction. What is flash flood? How will this issue make an effect to human mankind? What are the factors that causing them to happen? Okay. Flash flood can happen suddenly with very little warning and very dangerous to us. Rainfall for about 1 hour will cause a flash flood in certain area. On 2nd December 2011, a flash flood, Kajang town had been submerged under flood water, and the case effect so many people and a lot of losses had been recorded. Okay, it is important to have an understanding of this issue because we have to overcome this problem and identify the main factor causing it, especially in Kajang, Selangor. Okay, next, national, state and local emergency management are continuously working out to seek solution for this problem. Some of the ways to control and prevent this problem is construct flood control dams across the rivers, build dikes and rivers alongside the river where flash flood are likely to happen. Okay, the problem statement. There are several factors that contribute to the flash flood that happen in Kajang town. Okay, the first one is lack of flood mitigation project. Okay, low bridge and incomplete flood wall alongside Sungai Jelok. The bridge is too low and the bridge is too low, and when the heavy rain happen, the rubbish and other objects will block the flow of the water and thus contributing to flash flood. Okay, the second one is the failure of environmental conservation for both authorities and residents. Okay, for example, a hawker who operate their business nearby the river are likely to use the river as their dumping area. They are likely to throw out their sewage and rubbish to the river, and this causing the riverbed to become shallow and shallower. Under this condition, a flash flood. Under this condition, the riverbed will become shallow, and when heavy rain happen, the river water will overflow easily from its banks. Okay, lastly is uncontrollable and improper plan of development in Kajang. Some of the developer are not planning well on their project. Their drainage system is not planned well. Okay, in Kajang town, some of the water draining system in Kajang are less efficient, whereas the drain is too narrow and too shallow. Okay, next I would like to proceed to the objective. Okay, the objective for this project is the first one, identifying the main factor causing flash flood to be occur in Kajang, Selangor. Okay, the second objective is figuring the consequence which affect the resident in Kajang. The third one is collecting and gathering the information related to the flash flood in Kajang. The last is getting the best solution in order to overcome the flash flood to be happen in Kajang. Okay, on the next topic, I would like to invite Nur Syafika to proceed with this presentation. Thank you.
Thanks to Fahmi. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Syafiqah Nazira binti Abdulghani, and I'm going to present the causes of flash flood. Firstly, I would like to thank Dr. Anwar because giving us the opportunities to present today. Okay. Generally, the flash flood are divided into two types, which is the minor flooding and major flooding. These two types are depends on the causes that bring the flash flood to happen. Okay. The first cause is the clogging drain. Clogging drain or poor drainage system is the main factor for most flash flood. It is happen when too much rubbish and obstructions inside the drain that prevent the flow of water, and this situation becomes worse when heavy rainfall occur, because the drain cannot accommodate the amount of water from the rainfall and this cause flash flood. Okay, the next one is the dam and levee failure. Flash flood also could occur because of human-made structures such as dam and levee that are not functioning properly. This is due to the landslide that move into the reservoir behind the dam, and this caused the water level to exceed the height of the dam. And for in Kajang, there was no dam or levee failure, but there was an incomplete flood wall along Sungai Jelok in Kajang that caused the water to overflow into the town. Okay, next one is the urbanization process. Urbanization process also one of the factors that cause the flash flood to occur, and urbanization process increase the impervious surface that shorten the time of concentration, and the shorter the time of concentration, the higher the magnitude of the runoff discharge. In rainfall aspect, rainfalls that heavy and continuously could make the water level in a river start to rise and goes beyond the edges of the river, and then this leads to a flash flood. This matter could occur easily, especially in Kajang town, because Kajang mostly covered with concrete, and there was very little soil land left. Okay, the last one is the low bridge. The low bridge in Sungai Jelok in Kajang resulted in backflow water from the river that splashed into the town. Thank you. Next, I pass to Fina to offer the information.
Okay, Assalamualaikum, very good evening. My part is the effects of flash floods. So after doing this project, I have classified the effects into three categories, which are environmental effect, social effect, and also the economic effect. Okay, now let's look at the first point, which is economic effects. Okay, the first one is infrastructure losses. This is for sure because flash flood can cause the transportation and communication networks cannot be functioning very well. So it's hard for the citizen to report about this problem to the rescue and fire department. And next, flash flood also affected the water supply and sewer system cannot be treated well. The next one is destroying the agricultural sector. Flash flood damage to lands, productivity and facilities. When the land is damaged, so it will destroy the crop. and reduce the crop yield that lead to decreasing of food supply to its citizens. So the citizens of Kajang's area maybe will have the starvation problems. And the next one is loss of inventors' confidence towards our country. Cultural curriculum brings bad image of our country. Because the inventors do not want to invest their asset to the country that they know that they didn't get any profits or benefits if they are invest into the country. The next is social effects. The first one is causes havoc among people. It is due to the loss of valuable items and valuable family members. Next one is health hazard. It's due to the polluted water, communicable disease, and food supplies because the people exposed to cold, rain, and many more caused by the lack of shelter. And the third one is emotional and psychological trauma. This is oftenly happens to those that have crash rate is their first experience because they haven't experienced before. So maybe because of the loss of valuable items and the loss of family members can cause their trauma because they're shocked. And the last category is environmental effects. Damage to habitats will change its diversity and stability. Lack of food problem will occur among the people and also other living things because they need to compete with each other for food, shelter, and mate. So only the top will remain. And the next one is our ecosystem cannot functioning very well because as you know that we have consumer, primary, producer, primary consumer, secondary consumer, and so on. So if one population extinct, so it will affect the other consumer. And then the second part is damage to natural recreational resources. The economy of our country will be reduced because the visitors, especially from the overseas, they don't want to come to Malaysia because there's no interesting place for them to visit from. And the third one is damage to rare and endangered species. The species will become extinct. Some of the nation may be also do not know the existence of the species because they have no opportunity to see or watch the species by using their own eyes. So they just know about the species through the books and also the National Geography. Okay, that's all. I will pass the next presentation to Najwa.